Morning guys, how we doing? So you joined me and Dad on a beautiful Saturday morning here on the Gold Coast, and we are just on our way to meet up for a group ride. We are going to head out to Queensland Raceway, a place that we've never ridden to before, because the Australian Superbikes is happening this weekend. Really keen to go out there. Apparently we're going the scenic route, so hopefully I get some cool footage and we see some nice bikes on the way. So really excited and can't wait to bring you guys along with us. Well, it looks like we've got a pretty diverse set of bikes with us today. A few Harleys, a few sport bikes. There's a CBR 600 in there. Don't worry, I can keep up on my little Ninja 400. Far out, I need a new bike, hey. So apparently one of the guys that we're riding with today, he's on the CBR 600. He actually rode out here yesterday and scoped it out. And it's a 290k round trip, so, or thereabouts. So it'll be interesting to see if I need to fill up or not on the way back. So I've got my measurement on. So there was something else that I wanted to mention to you guys that I couldn't in my last motovlog. And it's one of the reasons I was away for so long over the Christmas period. In that last motovlog, I filmed that, I don't know, like early February. And I mentioned that the amount of COVID cases here were spiking. And guess what? About a week after I filmed that video, I caught it. I got the spicy cough. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad for me or anything like that. You know, I had a sore throat, sniffle, and felt run down, but trying to concentrate on what I'm saying while I ride at the same time. But it did take me out for like a week or so, and you know, it was another reason why I couldn't get on the bike and film more content, make more content. So yeah, I did have Rona. Wasn't too bad for me, thankfully. I was in isolation with my girlfriend as well. She got hit a little bit harder. We are both double vaxxed though, so you know, thankfully it wasn't too bad for us. But yeah, that was another reason why I was away for so long, is because I got the COVID. Good old Canungra. Yeah, there's a few out. Looks like we're pushing through. Far out, man. The price of fuel is absolutely bonkers at the moment. With everything happening over with Russia and Ukraine, the prices of fuel here, I'm sure it's probably everywhere, but they've just gone to, it's the highest I've ever seen the fuel prices. I mean, it's about $2.10, $2.19 per litre. Whereas usually it's sitting at around $1.60, $1.40, so makes more sense to ride a bike. You know, this is a 14-litre tank. I get 300 to 350 Ks from it. Maybe everyone should just ride a bike. If you are at home and you're trying to sell the idea of a motorcycle to your partner or wife or whatever, just mention that. Honey, the prices of fuel, they're exorbitant. And I can get twice the fuel range, 3 times the fuel range on a motorcycle. We're saving money. That's how you sell it to them. But yeah, is it just here that fuel is going crazy? I'd imagine that it's everywhere, but how expensive is it where you are? Like I said, it's about $2.10, $2.20 on average here. Let me know how expensive it is where you are. Coming up to those big long straights out here. Are we gonna blast it? That's the question. Man, I can't get over how nice of a day it is. It's just like the perfect weather. I think it's like, what, 24, 25 degrees. Lovely. You alright back there, Daddy, eh? Yeah, he's still there. So we're heading to Beaudesert now, and I'm really curious to see if these guys got hit by all the flooding and rain that we had recently as well. My family and I, we went down to a place called Lismore, which is in the Northern Rivers of New South Wales, and it's one of the areas that got hit really hard by rain and flooding over the last month. I mean, there was record rain. It was crazy, and you know, we drove through the town and everything had been ripped out of the shops. They were completely empty, and you know, these shops are like 2 to 3 stories high, and you can see a water line on the buildings, and it was halfway up the 2nd story, and that's where the water was up to, all the way through the whole town. And yeah, they've lost everything down there. And thankfully, like, we could donate some stuff to help, and the volunteers down there helping out are doing an amazing job, but they still need heaps of support, and they're going to need heaps of support for a long time because people have just lost absolutely everything. The government really needs to step up their game and support those guys a lot more, because while they are doing some stuff, it's just not enough. When you're there and you see what those guys are having to deal with, it's absolutely crazy. So I'm going to leave a link in the description if you're wanting to donate or help out in any way. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, but hopefully, you know, we did get some flooding up here, but hopefully these guys didn't get hit as bad. So I'm not sure if Beaudesert was one of the places that did get hit. I know Brisbane, the outer areas of Brisbane and the city had quite a lot of flooding. Looks like we're coming into Beaudesert now. Well, riding through, it doesn't look like they've had any damage here, which is good. When we drove through Lismore, out front of every house was this huge piles of rubbish, which was just all their belongings, you know, that had been soiled from the floods and gone mouldy. It's pretty sad. So, looks like Beaudesert survived, which is good. Wow, look at that. That's stunning. Man, I tell you what, Australia is such a beautiful place, hey? It's like quite an arid landscape, but it's so pretty in its own way, like, and this is definitely the way to experience it, on 2 wheels. Woohoo! Yeah! Alright! This reminds me of Beachmont a little bit. Alrighty, what's going on here? G'day, mate. Alright.
Mate, just a quick RBT. Any alcohol today?
Nah, man.
Just require a specimen breath for a breath test. Just get to take the plastic off for us. Might be correct. Take the straw. Just up to the first officer, thanks.
Thanks, mate. Even though I haven't drunk anything, you still always get a little bit nervous doing those things. And I got a nice souvenir too. Thanks. G'day. How you doing? Need to grab a ticket. That's a nice Diavel. You like that bike? Nice. That's a Ducati Diavel. Will also be featuring in a comparison. No, I need to buy one.
You're buying one?
Yeah.
Casual card?
You see him hanging on over the back tyre? So we just got here and it looks like the 300cc class is out now. The thousands are coming out at around 11:30, so we're gonna have a look around and see some racing. Oh, hi. I've only got a little bit of 400s, the ergonomics on this are a lot different to what I'm used to. It looks like a 400 that's just been molded for.
You run that Kawasaki 400?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
Man, yeah.
Good. Looks bigger.
Soon I'll have 65 horsepower. I got cams for it, some velocity stacks and whatnot.
Yeah,
so,
cool.
Yeah.
So I just ran into a nice fella who follows the channel. So shout out to him.
It's like really popular or something, you know, something that makes his own heads and blocks and stuff, and this like a race bike. They went broke or something.
You're more amused by the truck.
You can only dream about it, mate.
This is the first time I've ever watched anything like this before. I just can't fathom how fast they go. So apparently this is the 600cc qualifiers, and they are all Yamahas besides one ZX6R Kawasaki. So the 1000cc monsters are out now. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for following along with us. Until next time, see you soon.